there, it's Keri from the Franklin Public Library, and today we are going to be showing you how to start your own seeds inside so that you can grow plants to eventually put in your garden or put in containers and grow your own food. It's super great, and we all have a lot of time on our hands, and this is the perfect time to start. This is our second time doing it. The first time when we tried, it didn't work very well. We didn't have the right tools. So we're going to try again. And I have some helpers today. Vivian.
Wait.
And
Hello, my name is Penny, and this is my little sister.
Vivian, the crazy one. So Vivian and Penny will be helping me today planting our seeds. I want to start out today talking about the tools you'll need in order to effectively grow your plants indoors. So we bought a simple kit from Amazon. It contained a heat mat, which you will need in order to keep your plants warm enough to grow. And then it had, this one is 72 pockets, but it's a sheet, a flat of seed starters. I guess that's what you call it. Tray. It's a seed starter tray. So there's 72 in this one. So the top part where you put the soil comes out, and there's a tray underneath. So Penny and Vivian put the soil in already, and we purchased, yay, good job. We purchased organic seed starter soil. From Amazon again, but I know you can get it at Home Depot sometimes, Lowe's sometimes. I'm sure you could get it at Stein's, Menards, any local nursery would have it as well. We have an organic garden in our backyard, so we definitely wanted to make sure we have organic seeds and organic seed starter to make sure that the whole process is organic. Now, if you don't have an organic garden, you could definitely use regular potting soil and regular seeds. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our soil moist before we plant our seeds. So we got to do that a little bit. Got to get it moist here, right? In fact, it looks like now after we put some water in there that we need to add a little more soil. So
That's not right.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, here we go.
Mom, it's warm water.
It's okay. It can be warm water. Don't you think that the water's warm when it rains outside in the summertime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not warm.
Are you sure?
That's because we added more soil.
That's because we added more soil, yeah. So can you guys push down a little bit more soil here? Push it in. Push it in.
What type of different seeds do we have?
So we have a lot of types of different seeds. Penny was asking what types of seeds do we have. Do you remember some of the seeds that we saved?
Yeah.
That we dried? We saved our own seeds. Do you remember?
Pepper seeds.
Pepper seeds.
Tomato seeds.
Tomato seeds.
Cucumber seeds.
We did save cucumber seeds.
Beans.
No beans. All right, so we have moistened our soil. So now we're ready to plant our seeds. So like I said, we saved our seeds from some of our food, and saving seeds is pretty easy, especially with tomato seeds or pepper seeds. All you have to do is wash them off and stick them on a paper towel and let them dry. And they only have to dry for like a couple days, and then they're ready to plant. Cucumber seeds are the same, although you don't want to start cucumbers inside. We plant those directly into the soil outside when there's no more danger of frost. So we don't grow cucumbers inside.
Cucumbers.
We just grow them outside. Okay, so there are certain types of seeds you want to start inside, and then there's seeds you don't. We kind of talked about how we saved our own cucumber seeds, but we don't put those in, we don't start those inside. We put those directly in our garden outside. So Penny, you said we had pepper seeds, right? What was the other things you said? Tomato seeds. Those are two plants that are perfect to start indoors. I was given some artichoke seeds, And so I'm going to give those a shot. I've never grown those before, but they're also a seed that you want to start indoors. I don't know. I think that might be all that we have today are the peppers and tomatoes that we're going to start indoors.
And cumanos.
And what?
And cumanos.
Not cucumbers. We're not going to start those inside. The other things that you can start planting pretty early on are lettuces. They're a cooler weather plant that will grow well when it's still cool at the beginning of spring. You just have to make sure that it's after any danger of frost. Spinach is another really great thing to start early. Radishes. You can sow your carrots, and then you'll get an earlier crop. You'll get an earlier harvest. You can also sow your beets as well. Sow means when you know how we make a line in the dirt and then we plop our seeds in, that's sowing seeds. Yeah, that's what that means. So those are just a few things that you wouldn't want to start indoors. You can also start herbs indoors. In fact, they will probably grow inside all year round. So cilantro, parsley, basil is a great one, oregano, those would be good things to start indoors anytime. Another thing to plant early too is spring onions are a great thing to plant early. Onions. Okay, so we're going to start our seeds. And what should we plant first, ladies?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes? Oh, okay, so we have a couple different types of tomatoes. We have a cherry tomato, and we also have this lovely purple calabash tomato. I got some nice seeds from a friend who went to Williamsburg, so I'm excited to try these. So let's put these in. It says, we have to read what it says. Sow indoors 6 weeks before transplanting outside. I think that'll be good for us. I think these will grow nicely. It'll be probably more than 6 weeks before we can grow stuff outside. Now we have to put them in a 1/2 inch deep. So, 1/2 inch. Probably like that much of my finger. Let me see your fingers. So, stick your finger in to about there. See the science I'm using? It's the finger test. So we're going to take our fingers and we're going to just stick them in. Boop, 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 boop.
This is good.
Let's see. I think so. Okay, we're back. And Penny and Vivian poked their fingers in the dirt and made room for seeds. So Penny is actually starting to plant these very tiny seeds. They're super small. So she's very carefully putting them into the holes that she made. Okay. Is it easy to plant those, Penny?
No, it's really hard to know if you already put one in there.
Uh-oh. I think you got one in there, yeah. We'll find out when they start growing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to plant quite a few of these because most likely these plants will not all survive. And our plan is to not only put these in our personal garden, but to also hopefully grow enough to put them in the community gardens at the Franklin Public Library. So we shall see if our experiment works. Penny, did you get them all in there?
Yes, Mom.
They're all full?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're back. And Vivian is already busy putting her red pepper seeds in her side of the tray. We might have to fix that a little bit, but she's very excited. Do you like peppers, Vivi?
No.
No, she doesn't like to eat them, but she likes to grow them. And Penny, after you put all your seeds in, what did you do?
I covered them up, and since the water it's a little hard because you dig it up and the water kind of sucked it up, so you kind of need to put a little more soil in.
You put a little more soil, yeah. So we are going to continue to finish up our tray. Hi, so I'm back. My helpers have left. They're done. They did their part. They planted the seeds. So we planted our entire flat here. So you can see, we've got it all planted. And if you can see, it's kind of already starting to fog up a little bit, which is what we want. I don't even have the heating mat on yet. I have it plugged in, and I have it sitting on top of the heating mat, but I don't even have it plugged in. So the container, the top, creates a greenhouse effect, and the heating pad or mat obviously keeps it nice and warm, creating growth. Once I see that things are sprouting in here, I'm going to take the lid off, and then we're going to adjust the light that we have. We have grow lights in the basement, and we will adjust the light so that as they grow, it's always 3 to 4 inches above the sprouts. So right now, obviously, it'll be right on top of it, kind of. But once it starts growing, we will adjust it. And I actually ran out of room in here and realized as I was reading the seed packet for my artichokes that they need to be planted an inch deep. So what I did is I found, I had saved some containers from when we tried to do seeds last year, and they were perfect for it. So I filled these small little containers with soil and planted the artichoke seeds an inch deep. And then, because I had no room in here, I found a old salad container in my recycling and the top, and so I'm going to use that as my little greenhouse. And so if you can see, I made this little slit right here just to give it a little bit of air, and I'm going to put it under a different grow light that we have where we're growing some flowers in the house, and hopefully something will happen. We'll see. Again, this is kind of me just giving things a try. We've tried it before and it didn't quite work for us. But I will definitely continue to video my journey of trying to grow things inside so that we can plant them outside. And the next step will be just a little update when we have some sprouts and see how these little seedlings are going to do. So thank you for joining me, and if you have any thoughts, comments on how I can do better or to share with everyone, please leave them in the comment section, and I would love to learn from you, and I hope you can learn from me. Thank you. Have a good day. I just wanted to show you our setup here in the basement for our seedlings that we're growing inside, the ones we're starting inside. So you can see our grow light is very close to the seed tray, and you can definitely see that that plastic cover has made a little greenhouse inside of there. It's very wet. Okay, so you can kind of see how that works. So this is the kind of grow light we got. I'm just going to kind of show you. It's a round LED grow light. We bought that on Amazon. Pretty inexpensive. Obviously there's nothing coming up yet because it's just been not even a whole day. But I wanted to show you our setup, and just so you can get a better idea of how we're doing this. And we have the heating mat underneath. It's all plugged in, so hopefully we'll see something in 4 to 14 days.